ne political career na shed akura to me a register ye ma nanim eba ballot paper so na ho Bernard Mona say ye bon say ye den you experienced politician you call yourself that went to me and yet the needful and for party and ballot paper so arise Ghana dede way your friend ugly noises and oh yeah send ye beya ubenya recognition kakra but maybe anya ho no bi hwe wa ehu hia no na wa fulu what you say sana etie enti fidie no and then we have so much to talk about enchekra study amaka chiro no lawyer Kwesi Boche Junior ebetna se na fidie rewra ensem no na ene awie ecotel end anase dwumadie no ekọ na wie ye no ye de gasto mixture anase producers of gasto mixture Mensoplax mixture Prostaplax mixture ye from Nature Medics Consult ye de omo ebesinku ye na wie ene awia ayumre na ye di nkomo. Right after that the news update follows suit mefidie no end ha but just before say ye be rewra ensem no men ton ade kakra na men kanfo ayede ma wa ba ku bienu bi ema ansana yakọ yedim na ede sade meka no ensem pi na ewo hodo ma ye betoatoa adwene ewo ho na men kanfo ye Kivo 4-in-1 Gary soaking mix ema ede awien Kivo 4-in-1 Gary soaking mix ubisa ho se na 4-in-1 ase ekire sen niema awro enan ena ewo package yi mu ubenya Gary kakra Gary achese otum se ni fiti enye Gary ebuo mu ne bi enye Gary a eye nwura otum se Gary we se ye process oh ya ye nice pa Gary a owi otum se grew oh ekoyie na ye di sugar kakra wo no because ebi a wo kra sugar no wani enche ho ye di sugar kakra awon milk kakra omo de egu Gary mu ene ya chin katie ene ye di egu mu na wa wudi nsuo gu ho na wia bo na wudi Gary a oh so refreshing your friend Kivo 4-in-1 Gary soaking mix FDA for agiatum intiko na kope bi echira kwan na wa wudi a ubedi afile to bi ema ma omo eko school afa bi go omo cha box mu na omo nso enko di Gary we me friend balanced diet wo school a uhia balanced diet bi to say Kivo 4-in-1 Gary soaking mix it memfa ya kwadro kra pebi echira kwan sisi a yewo Kivo hot pepper nso ewo ho Kivo hot pepper Kivo mokoshow unya Kivo hot pepper ibia eno no nso no bibia be nice e dia ma wo kitchen ho enkwan bi na wo ya ene gone are the days I will put up a coat, put on na uchi. Life made easier. Kind courtesy, Kivo hot pepper Kivo mokoshow it be so pe and also be echina kwan Kivo mokoshow when so FDF wo agiatu so the be young kwan would be stew any aduane bia pep moko ewuma nsunsanso bia indi echi intimesro oba bema wo no aduane wo dia ne Kivo hot pepper na just bibia aye fine. Divine Hope Herbal Center Divine Hope Herbal Center omo ena kwakofa ochia herbal powder ediaba ejaso ochia herbal powder ena wie usisi oya ena awie eyadebe ena yewo haw koko ana se empo bema waye bre ewo empem bema waye bre ewo empem eno no your friend ochia herbal powder ochia herbal powder ebia bema watenka no won sheda ehu diema eyi eyo ochia herbal powder ene betwitwa ajewo ebia na woyɛ matwa kuro ebi oba wa fichiko ɛna ɛyɛ ɔkyena na ayɛ bibia wo ho ɔtwea herbal powder yes tried and tested ɛyɛ ɔtwea herbal powder Divine Hope Herbal Center ɔmo nsa no adwuma ni bi ɛno no ɔmo ayɛ na sachet sabe nka ne sachet wo sɛ ɛyɛ sachet nketenkete na ɛno no wote baako ano a ɔtwea herbal powder no egum why nsuo dide deɛ kwasi broni friend warm water a cup of warm water wahwie ɔtwea herbal powder yi ɛde egum wakanu wabodo gbona utumu sɛ deɛma ewurawura na kyɛ sɛ ɛkɔ sisi mu baabi a problem no ewu bia onipadua no ɔtwea herbal powder ɛbɛyɛ ho adwuma na ɛyɛ deɛma nnuade ho korɔ de ba ewu mu no yɛ nananom deɛ ni bio yɛ nananom deɛ wei ne yɛfrɛ no natural product ɛnyɛ artificial enti ɛbɛyɛ ho adwuma paa ama within a week or two no wana bɛba bɛdi adanse from where ahomatrofo so number no yɛ 0591 565 557 0591 565 557 and I'll be to be a friend 0550 639 037 0550 639 037 ɔtwea herbal powder yɛsi egya no ɛhyewa waa ɛna obɛba na ɛnkyɛn na mekɔ ɛyɛ kwasibotwe esquire ɛnkyɛn no Exodus moringa ɛna afei dandelion capsules Exodus moringa and dandelion capsules ya na kyɛsɛnka ɛdro wenke di sɛ yɛbɔ ho daru wote moringa ɛne dandelion na wodi mahaban a kɛsɛ wo so we de mama mensa so hwɛ Exodus moringa and dandelion capsules medof ba mema men Nkansah nkyɛ kona koto bi sisi a wate edi Exodus ɛda so yasa de Exodus kyɛsɛ moringa hwɛ moringa wodi bi de moringa tumi ya enka besi wo mama Nkansah nkyɛ ne dandelion tumi yɛ bento baako enja baako a menewa enka beto ni bi edu nyina because ni bi edu nyina na ebɛyɛ ho adwuma no kama ɛyɛ Exodus moringa and dandelion capsules koda kopa bi akira kwan FDA fo agye ato ɛyɛ dro papa wokɔ ɛyɛ pharmacy bia wokɔ ɛyɛ herbal shop bia mu a wonsa ɛbɛka ɛyɛ nroi ebi deɛ ɔbɛyɛ ne sɛ wo penkyere mu bia betumi afra ahomatrofo so number no yɛ 0554 447 033 0554 447 033 and now between your friend 0537 456 665 0537 456 665 enti before we enrebu na fe yendi nkomo na actually remember me de nkomo bia wo so na maba de aka so Hepasco herbal capsules wey a natural herbal cleansing formula the Hepasco herbal capsules wouldn't be the kwasipro friend detoxification hwe we de efibie woma ama blockage bi the ma wo we de mu de chese ba bia block mani padua de emu adwuma sane anasa nya adwuma sane esefata no Hepasco herbal capsules ebedi ehunjuma na Hepasco herbal capsules wo pe bia kira kwan ya umre we so no ko pharmacy bia ko herbal shop bia wonsa ebeka nroi ebi entibesro memfa nya kwadro ade support to liver ade a chese boa eyi toxins efi unipadua mu matches so to say yes we are fit there ye kanfo ade ma wa memfa nya kwadro kra tiawa fra homatrofo so na fre eye 055 745 3579 Dr. number na medema we 0557 435 453 I beg your pardon 579 it's here 055745 3579. And I'll be to me after 050 145 9255. 050 145 9255. Okay, yanko yanim. Na said ya betina sia medical akachino. With just about 10 days to a year January 31st, 2026. I would even say Sadano and a NPP for Kwaku yi Peniba Kunwa to Franca Ediama ye towards the 2028 elections. No, Kwaku here say Sadano and ye betuaba. Na and ne every medical akachino dada say a ye lawyer Kwesi Bochi Jr. Private legal practitioner, as the name suggests, and I say oye mranimfo na onua kroya a political aid to a ye Dr. Mahamadu Baumia. Wajina kuya memana kwaba lawyer. Yay! Mema waha ema wakwaba
the man kiki.
I think so be we the natures a bema wa fishi apa.
I think come to ye kiki.
Na what to say?
Na me adaro ma nyankopon de ache me ho ye pa me ba enso kuma se treat me ye pa. Eja. The unia de on the me so kuma se treat me ye pa nti nyankopon adaro ma ho ye na won so e fishi apa.
Yes. I think yes, in share.
Nyamia do fo nkola no bia ho ye.
Nyamia do bia ho eye. Lawyer don't know. Aida now or yeah the court case now or yeah the right ups. Facebook now just
the man Kwaku Kyeremanteng Nkansah KK.
Yeah. But you doing well.
Thank you.
Congratulations also. I raffle near man na just to say yes.
I say oh penny for to say KK we ni bia no. Uti o mo na hwa analysis o mo ye na. E den ya kwan yo mo nam so no so be di o mo achi. Nti egusu sua de free mpanimfo enchen. Yeah. Mo ho ide yinim say ye chia mo betene ye. Nti no mo ide yusuro kra.
Yeah, that was the adwuma mo ye. But what the Kumasi be 6 days if I'm not mistaken. Somewhere last week.
6 days.
6 days.
This is
yeah.
Kumasi Wednesday you from Tamale. And yes, share your tour na say on Thursday. So far no ewiawe ya asat ewiawe amebetena see Dr. Baumia won the third constituency. See no free man son kwanta or call the third place into ya 22 constituencies so right Ashanti region. Already in ya 15 regions in ya share your campaign as a Bono region, Bono East near Rim Far Bono call Western North, Ebe Central, Ebe Senko Uti Volta. A year Utini water, Esamba back be a greater Accra, near call up north, call the 5 northern regions. And as you say, baby, view Ashanti region. Now, kind to say, a bray be I can't see any 2 mono. 490 youth organizers across the country. A copy came from Dr. Baumia say, election now about if you are Kunya NATO, if you are Kunya so to addition the prayer. It's a more person prayer Kunya be. The forms ne brand one office nti fill forms ni wie ya submit here no the first place a Dr. Baumia buy no was Ashanti region by ne Ashanti for the regional executives, constituency executives, former executives, regional council and constituency council of elders and patrons din komo bomo mane so officially no akonya na ba beto MPP mu no addition na April no oka ho bi Emma party for so ewa santimemu de omo nhira ema no de omo advice nso ma no ene ne kasaye esam bompaye man ene ya ko 19 mu ye ko central region so ye selected the 4 big regions central region Greater Accra and Eastern region and so ko bo mo amane ti we ne start your constituency based store so far ya over 200 and so far close to about 260 constituencies. Nti aka few constituencies na chese ye we Ashanti region ye be we nyamebo a 27th January ewo Menchia South the honorable Dr. Matthew Poku Pempe the running mate in the constituency ohona ye be climax Ashanti region campaign in Nyamebo next week Tuesday. To be Samia so far needed the campaign in the Ashanti region has been good. Maybe I could be a Kakukuru, almost no change. Almost no change. The delegates are clearing their mind, say Dr. Baumia and I'm open. In to be Samia, Ashanti region there has been good. It's been very, very good. In full we are known and dry a call be quiet. 34 electoral areas are over quiet near and also Dr. Baumia, the member of parliament. Later, Muba so quiet, energy, was so quiet. Already nano panel ya code to breathe. I mean the energy level is so high. Even in Bosom Chekrano, not the energy. So for me and call baby I make say energy level no from. Baby I be kobia from New Edibia say to Formina to Adansia Sokwa to baby Aswase to Bosomefre home Asante Achem South. Baby I be kobia energy level no hyper.
Okay. Lawyer Kwesi Boche, ena what's it no or ye aid to a year Dr. Baumia. But lawyer, yeah, answer ye be right sebudumo propano. Yana, I wonder with all the places are Mako over 200. Yana energy level of a year Dr. Baumia. I wonder. Any empumu amudi echino. There was a stress no near you, but what's your doctor so fit? Or call back and forth, coba, but una. What was a or your fit? And what you the Casado was sustaining say, you know. Yeah, isn't it surprising?
A day biano or Casa, baby Ebecobiano Casa almost 1 hour 20 minutes. Into calculate a day biano or Casa, see a 4 constituencies a day. Today biano Casa close to 6 hours every day. 6 hours speaking continuously every day.
And why you were over a month?
No, more than a month.
More than a month, yeah.
He's been doing this for the past 2 months. But you see, he's been doing this since 2008.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah, since 2008. Because time I'm not a vice presidential candidate. Running mate to Nana Akufo-Addo. Or toward the whole Ghana. 2012 as running mate or toward the whole Ghana. 2016 as running mate or toward the whole Ghana. 2020 as vice presidential candidate or toward the whole Ghana. 2024 as presidential candidate or toward the whole Ghana. In fact, answer no be presidential candidate in 2024. 2023, Anon Nkansah Kone MPP presidential primaries, not toward the whole Ghana. 2024 toward the whole Ghana. For
and the Ghana they were tall Ghana.
Were tall no less than 8 times. By your aspirants, this is the first time man. Omo contest election. Inti Dr. Baumia de na ho de di kai de aseda be ma twedi afom. Ono no ma nkwa ma ho de. Intene ye beda na se Nyankopon so ma yeti ase o Bible nim se odi adwuma bi hye won sa odi ho ahoden ene eho akukuduru be ma wa ma wo de aye adwuma no. Se o ma wo nya adwuma na on fa eho ahoden o ma wo nya adwuma na eho ahoden no nya. Ye fa mfiri soro ma o ya minia wo be ya ensi aga campaigns social aspirants ni bi krebinum nante kromuntimi nante enya easy o but or the adom Dr. Baumia any ni team no the strength and the energy and the courage needed say or the be say adwuma we the toss me ni be delegate na say delegate no omo ni edini ye kwa omo nkran hye omo mayen no that is the drive to Dr. Baumia's akukuduro ni ahoden a odinam na nka okọ ba bia yemfi wa Nkansah no be demoralized but delegates no response ni euphoria any ahokeka omode budget Dr. Baumia so no e ka ho na wenya sa ahoden na ode ye campaign na oye nti ahoden ne de Nyankopon na ye beda na sekeke
ba ye bo Dr. Baumia abaso a be ye bo na baso no team no so I think say commendable mo baba ya de ba ko am won say bo time mo fa ni agro kra edu ba bi kra team no Dr. Kocheon ansa na omo da kra mo beti nsem na ba
Dr. Mahmoud Baumia ya ene ni ye adwuma nya eni ayenda ene de me disclosive we fidie so because papa no nda ya opinion ni ye adwuma nda ya be dada onda because campaign about Asante mu kra no sometimes e be dru fie na about 10 o'clock e be dru fie na ahoho abofie odompem obenya abotre ati obia one by one sometimes deeper close to 30 obewie na about close to be anado 12:31 am asa no be frosoro e bia wakonom ni coffee kakra no nso wako refresh asa no nso be hwe Ono so de onim say the WhatsApp the man WhatsApp anu a respond ebe check ya ye ne 1212 enkopem say bia ono akasa be yes oba be da na abo be 3 am na 3 am na wo ho anu a send o message say hwehwe bibi ma no o man o reply message no be 1 hour time 4 am anu a respond
so was I don't know
na anopa o be sorry ya be ka say o ko ni fie ho no akwa hwe say ahoho aba ho ne ade obedu fie 6:30 not ho twen.
No, are you ready to watch?
Are you ready to watch? Into no, Dr. Baomi, I the energy level, and then ya Santewiji by you are crying. His dedication and his commitment towards the work, mean whom politician, the discipline. I change Dr. Baomi discipline. Oh man, 6:30. About 6 o'clock, no, I ready. Sometimes can any money late. Compare your most of the times are you too late in your team members ni be a MP buy a former minister you be on buy be a chairman in buy but say Dr. Babianti be late the be sida because but me who say ni no e nipa ni suban because here answer no be politics mukra na as a banker some say bankers the moon for time in India go as economist. We're rising through the ranks up to the deputy governor position there. When discipline, you cannot get there in life. You know, on one case personally, no, a discipline. Nyanko ponso eshirano. Nye yuma ye nia. Sena midika say nyanko ponfo amawa. Unti minye. Because yakobe nia no. It has to do with health implications. So doctors say I was saying you pay 8 hours a day. Now when you 8 hours a day, that's a nyanko ponfan domu ya. Minu abema obeyens one here be twahwe because enya dey da for me ntini ne Nyankopon shira di bi no Dr. Bami also dey be able no I fresh no I active no I energetic I mean it any energy na drive team ni energy
all right enti ahwefo baby afa na wo de wafidi aba beto adoma want to be TV so enie said you make no betumi join here with social media want to be TV live on Facebook and want to be TV live on YouTube. A year lawyer Kwasi Boche Jr. and Wababe Kameho Ewa Haduma ye Babi Dinkomo with 10 days to go. Now lawyer Ben Sabra won't change a viewer. But him said 10 days I cannot dear. By now we be because do na ayomo adwene bia do na de bi omo kotoaba e de manu wo hwe asantimantem ha mo ba ya wo hwe euphoria but na se empo ahokeka edi eye Dr. Mahamudu Baumia be campaign na said the tour na chi a e bia no so suggest bibi but yes dey no endru ha yes ye tre ente ya ye njai cheso abebo aha dey no do ho no dia still na ye be koso na ya kasa abo hu dawru mabo hu dawru e dia kire eye wona e be kwa akoto aba in the various I think over 33,000 or so polling stations no emu enti digina e ya dia e be ye kopem se about what that ebedu lawyer and who are me in share so dear to be joining Dr. Ewoho and in fact I was marveled when we use to be show not just I share doctor the delivery for over an hour said you walk kana wow toward 1 year convinced about a seminar or kana I wonder but I know bia the nya ho akunya ekobi wakwakoye political aid and as the aid ebia ene awie said the bia make delegate be atie na omo tutu nsem bi because ene ugly noises all over can nsem bi e de kire na kwasi wo hide can be actually delegates no emma with few days aka date and omo entuaba emma
ya boy conversation ni man me da say the dikan ni say MPP ya kwa about 2024 ya kwa about 2024 no anyi ya mayenia ye mu bebre wo hono ma ye rehoye we were broken and devastated by the 2024 electoral defeat. Me personally 2024 defeat no still na me recover and me gidi say a lot of people are no more hopes and dreams ewo MPP mu say ye ba be sisa the fortunes of this country among minor anymore. A lot of them are broken and devastated, which is fair. But 2024 election, you lose you know. You be an amount for P. I can't say P. And no baby radio. Yes, he say. obiara blame obi other than they themselves. But history is what saying say anytime I be call election you be what electoral laws be people try to blame anybody other than they themselves. Sana history are trying. In 1992 you call election you lose ye. Enumpo na MPP for ye GD say you win abano I throw the stolen verdict. Among 4 P can same P for Professor Dubois. 1996 you call ye lose ye among 4 P can send for President Kufuor. Among 4 crack MPP 4 ebinum eka say President Kufuor pe akonya dia onko agro gajanhye nyembobo akonya ma no nko tena so woni fie. Ebinum sanka say President Kufuor kra ne ho jododo. Na ye po bia manaba be je power free NDC for nsema ye hia obi a ne niso ehye because at time President Rawlings na ne niso ehye hia obi a ne niso ehye na President Kufuor kra no oye mama ba omo sanka biom say President Kufuor kra no okonfo no chia ka to wo say asantini bia ni wo benya power ana authority ana to me nchen ye nana asantiman wura ose ade yo otumfo ose tutu obi enu obenya to me nchen nti no President Kufuor de oya asantini ni 20 mindi mampani mani ni me pacho me gidi se ote sanse ni bi
yetebro sokura
nti no emaye Abanima President Kufuor, but the delegates then were clearing their mind. Say it will be my power President Kufuor. Delegates if you got to Obama President Kufuor. According to the 2000 election, or win no. Grofona no more cast and for President Kufuor no. After almost win now we're winning as a result of the collective Ejuma winning the 2000 election. Will be a new or the credit in the President Kufuor say because of the candidature of President Kufuor you lose the 2000 you winning the 2000 election. You call 2004 you win here and also say almost say Nkansah President Kufuor modimbo almost say oh yen PP for house to house near the year nintina you win here. You call 2008 you lose here the candidate Kufuor do call you lose here. MPP for na binam Kasa candidate Kufuor do there or Kasakura Ghana for nye day ente almost candidate Kufuor do there Ghana for pe obi oye 10 gram sebe omo de ne height kase ni party tia de ontimi ndi mampani no mo pe obi oye 10 gram to say owura alankodo Kyeremanteng a o si forma ye be hu se be manie na candidate Kufuor do there de ne kwa Ghana front to aba ma no fi se sebe mpanifo enim oye ni party tia e kan sem bia ensem fata efa candidate Kufuor do but the delegates were clearing their mind e repeating ibiom the court 2012 ye enim de esi ye court you and I were not there and no cry we no so no san Nkrofo na san kan biom but the delegates again were clearing their mind say ye po bia ma na we ni power ma ya e ye Kufuor do e repeating the candidature of President Kufuor do in 2016 the court 2016 na ye win ye san Nkrofo ni ma say mo ka wan ga so Kufuor do e de ba engineer win yo almost say hi MPP for from a born nationwide no and I'm MPP winning by 1 million votes you know nobody gave credit to President Kufuor ne running mate then Dr. Bawumia almost house to house you know anything you winning 2020 say you winning say no mokai it is 2024 Dr. Bawumia kono akolusu of course we expect say ebinum be sorry akeka nsem say Dr. Bawumia and I day and I'm lose. It is expected. But MPP say ya manyoku a ye nia loss no na abonye pusa ano bia ante ne ho ase ninti no. The National Executive Committee tina say no muka say no we have to investigate the entire MPP lose say into mu put up a committee led by the venerable honorable Professor Michael Kwe, former Speaker of Parliament. I'm going to go across the 276 constituencies. And the Ghana for the party for could do commerce. I didn't know 2020 Nkofo eto abama ye nemu 2.1 million MP ankoto aba in 2024. Enye so omkoto aba ma NDC o. Omo MP ankoto aba kura. Now head data no so data ne kire say President Mahama win the 2024 election by 1.7 million votes. Na kire say Nkofo eto aba ma MPP in 2020 no. Say Nkofo na pie koto aba ma MPP in 2024 and aka nipa back fufuro kra mbeka ho a nke we need the 2024 elections. In the 2024 elections we lost because our people just didn't go out to participate in the elections. And to hand this for vote omunya ye in 2020 a 100,000 votes per Nebeka in 2024 Patches what I say ha nti no committee no call around to the Ghana for a can say MP chair committee no in some Ghana for kind e bi ni say almost over for instance over Patcho higher constituency be Asokwa ha over Asokwa constituency a almost say Asokwa edwedifoɔ man no ɛka sɛ Ghana nya MPP abayɛ de to bi ba yɛ friend 11 na no mo mpɛ sɛ 11 no because ko KJT a ko Bantama ko Accra Mokola ko agbogbulo hini ade a ɔmo sɛ momo no edwedifoɔ man sɛ no ano mo di dwuma okɔ Swami magazine a ɔmo sɛ momo no ano mo di dwuma na MPP foɔ de ade bi ba yɛ friend 11 MPP foɔ de ba no mo ka kyerɛ MPP foɔ sɛ mo famba nanso MPP foɔ ntie na ɔmo de ba nti ɔmo de edu sɛ ɛbɛto aba no ɔmo tena fie wo fufuo de ɔmo mpia nkɔto aba ebiem boys ɛwɔ Asokwa ɛse ɛne Kumase ɛne baabia Ghana hafa ne nyinaa baabia se yɛ de tax bi ba ne ɛfɛ ne betting tax ɔmo so ɔtie no ɔmo twa de twa ɔmo ho kakra ɔmo wini a na aban de ɔmo nsa ɛka ɔmo bet winnings na ɔmo de aban de ba no ɔmo ka kyerɛ aban ne sɛ ade a MPP foɔ ɔmo de ba ne de ɛbɛha mo oni yɛmpɛ the MPP for we had to bulldoze our way through to get the betting tax passed. Eyomo ya intino. Edusi ebekwa koto aba no mempia nkoto aba. Ebiem, almost say the idea bi by near friend domestic debt exchange program DDEP. Wow investment wo bia no interested that's na binding in sakai. Almost say the affected 1.8 million people in the middle class. When you say MPP is with you appeal to the middle class. A middle class party. That is the perception. Say MPP a middle class party. And you almost say the no MPP for the yes come music no be kaya the former Chief Justice Munyako here picket to finance ministry near the almost say they need to man koto aba. Any same pie kika ho Ken must go 88 MPs. Ewo MPP mu sorry say was a PAM finance minister. President Akufo-Addo so no onye omonya adwen say was a PAM finance minister nti ye back and forth ko parliament senja ne ade almost say na ye MPs no any party for ni bi sorry say ye PAM finance minister president ne omanya adwen no say ma MPP looking disoriented they didn't know that they didn't find any reason say omo be sorry amachi akwasala ya to aba MPP afei so omo say ade ba ko pa nti omo nkoto aba ni say na cost of living kosoro because be kaya aka 3 days am yakoto election akoto aba no ye to fango boom na amanfo so kita 100 cedis correct say na kita 10 cedis amanfo complaining cement bo kosoro iron rods kosoro exchange rate kosoro ni ade nti almost cost of living no ekosoro no man ni mu ayeden nti no mampia nkoto aba. This is their amanfo ka kire Professor Michael Koya or the share the report mu nti almost mampia nkoto aba. In Professor Michael Koya report the baby aniwa report ne ka say Ghana fo mpia nkoto aba if say na Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ye kramodi. Baby aniwa report nim ka say Ghana fo nkoto aba because Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia sebi ofisrem. Baby aniwa Ghana fo ka say omo mpia nkoto aba if say Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia onim kasa ano didi mbatem ano ni asofo akontokwa anase onim kasa de be. It's nowhere in the report any blaming the 2024 electoral defeat on the personality or the religion of the candidate or the tribe of the candidate. Nowhere. We as our Professor Michael Koya report. Asante region na party ni so no she. Oka MPP no ani Asante region. Yeah. In the Asante regional party so ka so omonti ase de ntia baby a to aba MPP timi nya 1.6 million. Na ya to aba na ye vote so at by 60%. Nti wo se ahwehwem. Nti Asante regional party led by Chairman Wuntumi any honorable Chairman Zabonsu any MPs ewa ha honorable Mampon MP Aprechum Sapone senior MPs na you free any other MPs ewa Ashanti region ya kom hu bom se wo se ye research who dey Ashanti region MP ankoto aba na omo dey research report about first reason ti Ashanti region for MP ankoto aba ne say almost swami interchange 8 years MPP for Intimanya hohwe into the traffic any inconvenience ba swami into omo feel say MPP ndwen Ashanti region into omo fu ye ntino mankoto aba no again omo si Kumasi Inner City Roads ofa Bantama Kwabri East okọ Ebuakwa omo si Ebuakwa akwan asei omo si Kwabri kwan asei omo si Odotobri be kwan ayeden asɛe ɔmo so kɔ fɔmina kwan asɛe ɔmo so ba efigya kɔ abere ne ade nia rose no ɔmo ehu rose bia wɔ hɔ nti no ɔmo complain ya sɛ mfuturo bɔ yen aban ne ntima mfa yɛ ni amba abɛhwɛ ɔbo nti no ɔmo bu free ɔmo ankɔto aba ɛka nsɛm pii ka ho ɛbɛka e-levy ne betting tax ne ade nia ɛsam bɛka sɛ afei Ashanti region kora no DCEs ni bi wa no ɔmo ne ɔmo MPs ɛnkasa chairman bi wɔ ɔmo ne DCE nkasa DCE kɔ commission project ɔsi wei deɛ PC sɛ anim o MP sɛ anim na DCE mia na mayɛ PC so kɔ commission street light project ana astrotefa ɔsi DCE sɛ anim o aban ne sɛ anim na yɛ meme MP no ɛna mayɛ den mayɛ eti sɛ nsɛm a ɛkɔ so nia no cumulative locally nia boma hwenya bɛma ɛma MPP fo ɛwɔ Kumasi bufu yɛ ɔman pia ankɔto aba ɛbɛka cost of living ho asɛm sɛ ebinim kra report no kra ba bi ka sɛ even kra MTTD for na ɔmo ha police taxi driver for the trotro for adwen wɔ Kumasi nti ni aka nti na Kumasi driver for ne taxi for MP ankɔto aba nyam na meka we yɛ report ne na ɛka report ni ba bia ni wa ɛka sɛ Ghana for anasa asantema yɛ MP ankɔto aba ma MPP because Dr. Bawumia ɛyɛ kramoni efi sɛ asantefo gyitum sɛ Ghana no ɛyɛ ebinim free baby nia ye free baby nia kan ye ho abom e na ya te Ghana oba Kumasi a yo aswase zongo ye wo zongo communities ye wo zongo chiefs oba Kumasi ha Fante 40 ha oba Kumasi ha Late 40 ha Ashanti region obia ye nia ye free baby na ye nia ya ba begu Ashanti region minjidi so obi oti Ashanti region bia ya Ashanti ni I don't think so. It's Ashanti for they respect diverse tribal opinions and they also acknowledge say yenia and yentimi nya Asante for enye dey ema ni nyeye ndi omo anka se Dr. Bawumia enye akra ni ntira omo ankoto but no way Asante for enye tribalistic again omo anka se Dr. Bawumia efri esum Allah ntira omo ankoto aba because of their religion ntira omo ankoto aba be sa ni omo ntina omo bobo so se omo ankoto aba enti no minu abema uwi amusa dan kwa so ye report CDD ye report ebe nia no ni nia ne bia ni wa e ka say MPP lost the 2024 elections due to the candidature, the religion or the personality of our presidential candidate. Omo make this argument ni nia emotional argument e fan to baby. Data bia ni wa support this argument ni fan to baby. But you see you lose election na se fia kunya beto na se ade share prayer. Me nia let me see on your show. Omo contesting nia nipa 5 presidential aspirants nia omo nia omo sefata. Omu nyomu MPP fo omu nyomu asom party no omu nyomu abo party no enti me metina hankasa enti obia omu nia ye party fo in good standing na se bi omu qualify kra na anka the presidential elections committee no den e disqualify omu but they all qualify in one way or the other obia abo party no but say ye pe to me in 2028 there obia kan say Dr. Bawumia ne de ne ba obenya to me enti esan se Dr. Bawumia ne kita franka ne dada omuni omu pese omu beje franka free ni nsem no obi akọ rounder no obi aka nsem fa Dr. Bawumia konkonsa ne ntro ne binim de nam konkon number 1 a omu de nam ne se Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ne ho nya akono na ye de ne ba 10 times a ye be lose 10 times mi gidi se what is ansem ni bi if you say Ghana for MP Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia unim se ufa Ghana sesia na so yi mampani ni few the second most popular politician Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia day in day out pacho na out radio so mi gidi se obefa newspaper bia Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ho asem de bia ye ka no ho asem gold for reserves program reserves program ya be gold board for and now taking home credit Bank of Ghana for credit because you see the nya ho den it's just a result of foundational MPP for layer with the gold for reserves gold purchase program, gold for reserves program, gold for oil program, the list our foundation. Intine yetimenya sa economic stability NDC for witnessing. Enti Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia is very popular. Okay. And then ukofie bia mu a nipa no any MPP t-shirt or NDC t-shirt. So NDC t-shirt one na nim da so Joma Mahama by election biem. O MPP t-shirt one na nim da so Dr. Bawumia. Into Dr. Bawumia no fibia across the country they know him. It is not true. Say Dr. Bawumia, you the neighbor 10 times, you will lose 10 times. If you say Ghana ha here historical trajectory da obi a waba se opeso di mampani bia na na Ghana for nto abama ne mampani bia on the first attempt in Ghana for born hwe ho o ni lusu because Ghana for answer no mode mampani akomya ne be hye wonsa na wo so mo so wakoma hwe ansa na mode ahye wonsa. They have to test your resilience, they have to test your formidability. Etu hwe president ku for 96 oba Ghana for born hwe ho but delegate ni repeating no 2000 and obe wi ni ye candidate Akufo-Addo about 2008 Ghana for born hwe ho 2012 Ghana for born hwe ho but the delegates were clear in their mind omu repeating in 2016 na Ghana for dia akonya ne share nsa say o hwe NDC for kra na omu so copy the same thing. Candidate Mills, Professor Mills 2000 oba and Ghana for born hwe ho because then the first time 2004 Ghana for born hwe ho but NDC for because omu need the value political consistency you know. Omu repeat Professor Mills 2008 and obe ni ye John Mahama obi anim dey see 2012 John Mahama President Mills wu ye 6 months to the election John Mahama take over election sa election obi anim ya adwin say na sympathy vote because so TV no nyuma no mo bo ane ye diare ho obona angels free soro aso President Mahama nsa na atano sa so ne nsa oba ko no mu hwim ne kosoro any awrewo ne yase nyum ko ana no mo bo. The 2012 election was not an issue based campaign. Obi ani obi ti baka tem 2012 President Mahama no ka so bo be yesi ana obi yesi campaign kwa wan ko bi e awrewo nyum na no mo hye tuma tutum ana bisu ti mi frɛ ne ma wo Ghana he nia no mu nsu Professor Mills o die ja wan yo. It was a sympathy based election. But I know sir, it was a Ghana for the man on the silver platter. So in the year in 2016, at that time it was the unprecedented electoral defeat in this country because we say yeah the man quite force on oba you know the IMF. Oba no my teacher nurses unemployed graduate association. Oba no my inflation skyrocketing for about 20-something%. Oba no my CD ye dollar no akosuru change CD. O ma fa ngo kosuru oba e dum so aba be share kon. Oba no a nurse for near a teacher for year juma 3 years and no etu omaka 3 months. One for bu Ghana for into mu show no red card in 2016 election. No mu show no red card in 2016 election. Am dem kasi aye John Mahama baba you. Kasi John Mahama on baby mu. Oh, ye nya ye kebi. Say John Mahama de ohia ne politics ne de eye. Onefu na oye wa Savannah region onya da de ma fu no. Na say Ghana man pani pa de on di bibiem. But essence say NDC for any the value political consistency we need say Ghana for reward the political consistency. Omo she that John Mahama about 2020 normally John Mahama but normally say John Mahama be lusu but omo de buy. Don't de buy no better vote this from 1 million to 500,000 no. No mo sande about 2024
and that's all.
Me pa chene wan e Ghana man pe ni John Mahama. In Ghana hano Ghana for reward political consistency. Dr. Bawumia also about 2024. Onusu lusu ye. But the delegates today are clear their mind. Say no mo yema Akufo-Addo. Ta mo di Akufo-Addo babiem in 2000 no. Amanfo na ebinim amanfo binim mo MPP mo kan sem fa President Akufo-Addo no. Sa na no mo ye afa Dr. Bawumia. Senia omo yema candidate Akufo-Addo in 2012 and 2016 na mo de babiem. Amanfo kan nsema ensem fata amanfo binim nipa be 2-3 binim e kan nsema ensem fata efa candidate Akufo-Addo the same thing omode ye Dr. Bawumia ne into the delegates are clear in their mind say they are guided by history of this party, they are guided by the political consistency over time no actually say ye de udwunso egu faako a ene twa ehuru na menua bema. There is one interesting thing Migusu answer concern number 1. Yeah. Yeah. There is one interesting thing about Ghana higher political consistency. Say mampeni bia wabab Ghana habia and ubi on ene kwa abato ene hand over power man. Mampeni bia etibumi anhwe chart no 1996. So Rollins ne win here. 2000 Pacho Rollins hand over power man wine. Kufuor and Rollins score contest in 1996.
Yes.
2004, Kufuor and say win here. 2008, Pachawan win election. Professor Mills. Yeah. Professor Mills ni Kufuor score contest in 2000 and 2004. And in 2008, Kufuor hand over power about Professor Mills. In 2012, and the India in the sea, Fufian to attack President Mills Nani Baby Koye. In 2016, me pachawana ne win here.
Akufo-Addo. Yeah.
Me pacho John Mahama handi over power ma Akufo-Addo. John Mahama ne Akufo-Addo contest in 2012. Me pacho in 2020 say Akufo-Addo na san win here or no san succeed in ho. In 2024 why ne win here? John Mahama. Yeah. John Mahama or ne Akufo-Addo contest in 2020. 2024 Dr. Bawumia Koyo lose 2028 so John Mahama eko why no be hand over power man Dr. Bawumia because only in the core contest in 2024 into a chat because Ghana for
history a
political consistency Ghana for him said there is value in political consistency and the delegates are clearing their mind say almost is a chat they say chat na yeden ato the almost is a chat no because everything in the Fourth Republic that is what the history tells us so be a what baby will be on any contest here and hand over power man it is the history is going to continue in 2028 so John Mahama and Dr. Bawumia contest here in 2024 John Mahama be hand over Dr. Bawumia and that is how the history goes on and it goes on and it goes on it will be the catcher say Dr. Bawumia and Honya Konoa and Fino now on sa konkonsa number 1 na konkonsa baby konkonsa esan sha se ye ntro number 2 ni say say Dr. Bawumia no ka ban no ho economic management team on
na yes oh eno ya mo ka kire no
konkonsa ni dem listening ya o
yeah
konkonsa number 2 no mo say Dr. Bawumia no ka economic management team
oba lectures or yeah ba ye na de o
nti economy na say ya Dr. Bawumia na economy ni say nti amayen to abama no minua the first question I was say bisa ya hon say economic management team na de ba de ni ati hu sa an economic management team na de ba de say go into governance president no ultimate various teams omutu ne for on various subjects and we have President Mahama Bayi wati TBF in the 24-hour economy advisory council omukotu mampani for on 24-hour economy enti the economic management team ye team bia mampani no ekesi ani se eba no matters of economy omu no muntu ne for team na Dr. Bawumia ka ho na Professor Jamba for ka ho na Honorable Kenofori ataka ho na Honorable Akoto say efri ka ho na a huge team me pacho team no madwuma ye ba akopɛ madwuma ne so mo betu mampani ne fo on matters of economy now as a lawyer minim say ye ka say advisor who tu obi fo adipa no pe ano ye den me a lawyer me a lawyer me client abet na manim client ne so lawyer say ni na pese me ye na lawyer me tu ne fo say advisor me dem ye ABCD na client ne ka chem say lawyer if na anase client na nka hwe kura na okọ ye opposite me but your main lawyer no make ma force client is onye dia maka tire that is why it is called advice. It is an advice nipa ne pa no fa ofa
enye order say koye we
order because o hwe ye mra nima o hwe ye 1992 constitution vice president the constitution article somewhere in article 68 clear say the vice president works at the pleasure of the president. The president ne pese o vice president no ye no ene na ye internet ne obehwe na je no poku agemai oni adwuma bia ya agise wanti say ye bi wo ba bi no ginase because obeka ya sometime in 2011 na John Mahama vice president no ene energy minister John Jinapo na that time no in spokesperson ka kire say vice president ye adwuma ne say obe move from wedding to wedding from funeral to funeral no agenchi ankwa and then the vice president no juma me ne ya adwen if the vice president no share your constitution ma na juma bia yo say vice president no na obey see and as a vice president no na obey manage the economy there is nowhere in the constitution that say vice president in the economy nation inside there is nowhere and then no here NDC for omunya economic progress kakra no me pacho wan no mo bona baso is it not the finance minister and the Bank of Ghana governor and then omu boss ami jamfi kura abaso na so nti so bia ebo the vice president in Abaso, because they acknowledge say the economic management it's not within the ambit or the purview of the vice president. And your vice president you must say obey economy. But fortunately for us, strategy I fire going into the 2016 election, they say that NDC for no matter get President Akufo-Addo. Because he reviewed the entire Lusu 2008 and 2012. You can say NDC for no more than one way see Akufo-Addo. Omukaya di trophy Akufo-Addo ho aka say Akufo-Addo krasa bi onum wi. E kan se men sem fata Akufo-Addo kun ne yere. Ne sa nyama NDC for kan sem na tan ni enyan e fa Akufo-Addo ho. Enti party penifo tenase no muka say going into the 2016 election the strategy is simple. Akufo-Addo enteki engineer nchen kakra na Dr. Bawumia lead the fight. Into Dr. Bawumia na the fight no kwa NDC for ne so. Ene no atwa bo mo jo Mahama ye the incompetent one. Na jo Mahama buafu no obedi Bawumia tema na Bawumia atwa bo no when the exchange the fundamentals are weak the exchange rate will expose you. Hey, NDC for ne dwa omo bedi na times a omo di na tema ma jo Mahama na ka say Dr. Bawumia kana nuntum no ko di mampanin da no nim say na mampanin di etie into okasa dodo won kana nuntum. But also guys answer ninia until the 2016 election was heated. One President Akufo-Addo fair chire. No, okoje akonya no in 2016 okọ win election. 2016 election in the Jack Ukraine meaning Nkansah. Because now election in Mwayeshi. Nani braba. Yeah, some na ya kan no so no. You started here no from 2017 to 2019. You record the economic growth. Agriculture corner you reduce unemployment, you reduce inflation. So time near IMF program I say abani to me say STR will now me free IMF I say safely you manage your debt, you manage your physical consolidation at the idea fiscal deficit ne ehon sem ninia you manage san yesika sem ninia you manage san sem ninia until sometimes 2020 yari bi bebo wi ase nyina ye fed COVID-19 ama ye economy ne coin distress na be hwe kra na me twe etiefo adwe akobi bi so say ye ba abem 2017 yanko kan budget vice president on the finance minister me koye but 2018 enyo on ne koye itutu say fiti o
enyo ne call presentation
or parliament because the economic management is in the hands of the finance minister and the Bank of Ghana governor ayambra na aka obi ani wo betima challenge me say Ghana hambra wo ba bi e kire say economic management no vice president in himself. All what the vice president can do is to advise. He cannot interfere in anybody's work. So advice it, that's at the end of the day finance minister no
finance minister no
finance minister no find here juma me pacho then a vice president ni betima here but
because the point e-levy cry not on so what Nigeria kakra ewo e-levy no na Dr. Bawumia ewo Nigeria
but you see then again I bring you back to the constitution say Dr. Bawumia constitution actually say as vice president you work at the pleasure of the president into no so wa adwen kura na wa adwen no sebe endru ba bia the president ni person in no be me purchase what they make am say but Dr. Bawumia ka times with that number say enyama ekọ ye wo MPP administration ni mu nia no ka ho bi enyama nkọ ye ni nia so no ka ho bi oje blame no but it is unfair so we because economy ne ko distress mu a ye blame Dr. Bawumia. It is unfair, it is illogical. Nani pa no nima asema oka. Me pa just what I didn't ene economy ni ko ye na ndisi for omum blame omum fa ye praise ni yama vice president no. I didn't know omunya ni sa. Yeah. But just what I because your vice president eduma. Yeah. Enye vice president eduma. Inti no eno so sa konkonsa no so no. Ye fan to baby. Konkonsa number 3 and then throw number 3 or modern name say Dr. Bawumia Krano or ye outsider. Now Dr. Bawumia Krano ni yere enye Ghana ni. Now Dr. Bawumia Krano ye MPP no nye dey on kan ho bi. And I say ye ti MPP no na Dr. Bawumia nkan ho bi. But just what is antro no. No kra woman say and I say the woman say MPP eye kuokuo UP the Northern People's Party any other alliances are omuka omhubo mu na ebeda ne MPP na MPP no over the Northern People's Party Nipa no ye the vice president of the Northern People's Party and then Kebeka ni the general secretary of the Northern People's Party no na emumu ni Bawumia. That is Dr. Bawumia's father. It's Dr. Bawumia's father was a founding member of the Northern People's Party. And to be a papa, I can't wait to MPP. You then cast the bar outsider.
Yeah.
Sabe in 1992, na Dr. Bawumia no edi say yan obeka say no Nkansah enko ka me enti MPP. But just what I say, let's face the reality. Ono no edi say.
That time usakura.
It is any papa na build legacy na man no about to us. Why do you call him an outsider? Number 2, Dr. Bawumia is the only politician in MPP today who has been part of our last 5 consecutive presidential elections. The only politician, not forget to say President Akufo-Addo hostel, but the only politician. I didn't think America, sir. In 2008, but you saw the President Akufo-Addo na choir as vice presidential candidate. 2012, when the President Akufo-Addo na choir as vice presidential candidate. 2016, when the President Akufo-Addo na choir as vice presidential candidate. 2020, when the President Akufo-Addo na choir as vice presidential candidate. 2020, on na choir as presidential candidate. President Akufo-Addo Ankobi. Yeah. So he's the only politician in MPP. He's been part of the last 5 consecutive presidential electoral processes in this country. Obi any MPP more was our history. Obi anyho.
Tonight you say yeah part do.
Obi anyho was our history in MPP ene. Obi anyho. Said the last 5 consecutive presidential elections 5 times consistently. In the last 20 years. Election be ebe ko Ghana ha bia say Ghana for nkosa line ko to aba bia in the last 20 years na Dr. Bawumia ho bo mu bi obi ani wo MPP mo wo sa rich electoral experience no obi ani bi ento bi sa no ka so ye hoho a o pa kire say because just what that make am say party in election akọ 2008 beti na 20 years ni election bi ayakọ bia nipa no ho bo mu bi nipa ne ye hoho. So you see when they say some of these things, Keke, you don't even find the logic in some of these things that they say. Sata mana ni pane ko ni ana ne yere we. Na ne yere ni ni nchen. Itu be ka de ne yere ni nya Ghana ni a. Te bi me ka se free fa. Nyansa be ne wom. Me purchase what the American say. Eh ya. No one bo eh ya o. Say bia ye work company mu say want to meet communication na be bia obi aye adwuma bia ye adwuma boutique ye adwuma restaurant na on restaurant na ye adwuma for 20 years na fe restaurant ni general manager a resign and I say ya pam no na ye say ye pe general manager foforo na wo ni restaurant na ye adwuma for 20 years a restaurant no at the papa be at 2 restaurants ni bia on restaurant ni ginem at the boni be at 2 restaurants bia on restaurant for 20 good years e bia now your deputy ma men kan say kura now your deputy general manager for the restaurant for 20 years because a vice presidential candidate or a deputy for 20 years na general manager na free ho ni yes ye probia man abedi general manager na nemu a na oba ye say board and I say edwumaku a wo organization ni mu enhwe no mo fa onye general manager no bi sori ka say okra lo ye wofo ye start organization na won kan obi a minya enye ya eya
oko court no ne yi no
de sacrifice and okra le minyamba hoye was sacrificing the entire adult life 20 years of a person's life in the ketwa was sacrificing 20 years of their life as a front runner, not just as a member of the MPP. All of us can be members of the MPP. Some of them can go for 5-minute contest. Or many they were members of the MPP. But Dr. Bawumia was a front runner for the past 20 years. Atemen NDC for ndi no kroma. NDC for. Engineer almost supported candidate be against Dr. Bawumia no. Because when you say Dr. Bawumia no, he poses a great threat to them. Even in the NDC. There is no politician omiti Dr. Bawumia ne track record na owono.
Issue based politics. He stands tall.
He's
no introduce us at the end of with facts and figures.
Absolutely. On the third point, say Dr. Bawumia is stranger. Yeah, 2012 election ni we yeah the assembly court and MPP for you believe say you win election by you I the assembly court no and you put be a good dia say after me free aso me say hey me tu kwa yo ofre obenti o say me yare o me nye unavailable ofre we o say ni enye obi amani nkodi adanse but that time ne ko Dr. Baumia had to take the pain say we kwakodi adanse na as a lawyer so minim say enye easy say obekọ court akogina adaka mu kwakodi adanse because especially look kwakoshia lawyers bi o ma ben say chachuchi kata no Tony Lita ne ma on hwe yo mu begu anima se a ufri courtroom apie ni na political career ba wie because wo be mo hu say wo no se be we empty head na wa ba gina adaka mu no so what the American na say ejinu no be esuro so be kwa wo gina adaka ni mo because be adwe wo say na me ko gina adaka ni na me hu me nsem kai a adi su yi wo TV so wani megwase just a fairly e be count no but Dr. Baumia must start the courage can say obeye okoye so ngudi ho ani mase ye nia ye nim how otimi distinguishing homo Ghana ha obia timiti ase appreciate say 2012 election dey ohwe pink sheet dey how compare pink sheet the MPP for na win here but me as lawyer in bim I understand the reason why the Supreme Court concluded with a decision because keke okokota ene long kwana judges no omodi make decision no omo apply bibia ye friend judicial wisdom sa judicial wisdom ne ni law book mu eye nyansa fie nyansa ne the wisdom of the law and omo apply just imagine say ye de mampani esi akonya so for 8 months from January to August na ya kokota wie na Supreme Court na ka say mampani ne ye de na tena so no ye sitting president at the time o and we Electoral Commission declared as winner. Yema sitting president at the time ni sorry infra kunya so no opposition government betina kunya so then I give the beba Ghana ha. Anka mjidi by now anka your fourth republic ni democracy I enjoy anka be anka be anka the political instability na beba. It made them it was part of the considerations in tier Supreme Court na arrive at a 5-4 decision say yentimi nka se mampani a watena kunya so 8 months and sorry no opposition betina so even though say on the face of the pink sheet in Warwene, that is judicial wisdom. And I salute the Supreme Court for that decision. I think say it was a very good decision that protected the democracy of this country. But it was clear say at the end of the day, MPP assembled there. And then President Bufaru Kreka eji inatumu concession speech. They say decision there on the court no enya adwuma. But in the interest of the political stability and the national coherence of this country, what you do? Because the President was a lawyer, so he understands that decision it was more of judicial wisdom rather than legal wisdom. Yeah. He appreciates it. But just what in the American
you can also he disagrees.
He disagrees. All of us disagrees with the substantive legal position of the court in that matter. But in the interest of political stability, Ghana MPP, we can never choose MPP over Ghana because MPP nation Ghana say. Now say Ghana share MPP why never be doing so. And in MPP say Ghana, yeah the Ghana see ho, yeah the MPP see ho. You say MPP ni be Ghana, eja MPP because Ghana no, na what yenyan maybe a dom Ghana as an MPP. Say Ghana anywhere MPP ni ho. That is the reality. People just what the American say. And President Akufo-Addo considered that. And sa concern say Dr. Baumia or outsider no another illogical end.
Mbate. Kwasi, remember what you are who make.
We are concerned you.
We hold on.
We are concerned.
The gas of another one.
We are concerned.
We are concerned. We are 3
concern number 4. Any year kosi.
For no na be remu na bese ba me nto ade kakra. Why? Na je wa ho be kakra na be nto ade sima kakra na yenko yenim. Na wo de bia fe wachi wa fe de aba beto ado ba be sa kai obio. Se wontumi TV so enie na ene enyubre to Ghana jubedie yi so ye lawyer Kwesi Buche Junior ena yede no twetwe nkomo. Wonim se enchekra NPP for Kwaku tuaba na nipaduma ejina no yeyi ba ko a obeba betu franka de ama amayoku NPP na ene awie lawyer Kwesi Buche Junior sani odim no lawyer that so yidi na cheso ye bram mranimfo ono akroya aid to Dr. Muhammadu Baumia or a political aid so Dr. Baumia nti ono de no etwetwe nkomo wa no be na wie memfa wei emfema na afi bensamra lawyer Kwasibotwe Junior nchen enefo akakraka yede kwa kotoaba NPP kotoaba no mwa yi obi obeba betu franka ama party no ye kai wo se would to be TV sa 31st January 2026 no near ebe koso wo bebia ye beto abebia no ye tena ha na ye de djubadie no abro sada no ebe ye da be meneda into would be TV and radio 101.3 FM ewo Kumasi Western Diamond TV and if you want to be radio 101.3 FM ewo Takrade Billionaires TV and I want to be radio 101.3 ewo Sehwioso and if Northern Gold and want to be radio 100.9 FM and also ewo Tamale na nye kosubia ya kachira say network ni nyina no ye bekova na sada no ohineba nana esiedu sada no ohineba nana esiedu PM ebetena se ewo akonya nso biankasa nso sada no majib akonya ewo ha afi nana kunadu abupra ewo Takrade Western Diamond ono nso beba bekan ye ho ha na ono nso agi akonya ya obuna samwa enso ewo Billionaires TV ono nso beba ha diye gina Northern Gold fo obia beba na yesinkunya wa ha na chese ye koso wo tokuro bia mu yesi panie na beto from krana ye de bebro ti sada no memme se show no won't be TV so eti wona asoyasne maye de sada no 31st January jubedie no ebro no amuzu garlic bitters or waist and back pains no obes wasoyasne maye de jubedie ebro eti besro kona kope amuzu garlic bitters nibi si say there you be the back chiro and you be the back chiro mu amagia tumu dada amuzu garlic bitters it kope bi echira kwan sanso na cement vita and also eboa mamuja no edi umu afu sane kama enti eno so wo pom number is 0240 616 061 cement vita and no 0240 616 061 and after 020 5573 555. Grow Fine Herbal Tonic and Swassoyasne for 31st January. I know waposo ya I don't know so wouldn't be a year number to be from a seasonal 0244 596 532. That's 0244 596 532. After executive herbal and also say be a stroke akawa to ABS yari bia mujabros wo yari and also bet me after 0240 211 709 211 709 it's I don't so from executive herbal omono emna ebepeki call now be episode be so will be where be some last but not least Abba Herbal Center omo specialized treatment of all kinds of eye problems. It's Abba Herbal Center. When ni ya ko nako huom. Mediomo number number is 0541 565 199. 0541 565 199. It's wenum ena asoyasnia sada do yadi jumedie no ebebro. Before we fem na fiye to ayen komo so Kitima Herbal Center. Misro Yariemu enemu yareboni biano se etetewa wani kire Kitima Herbal Center na obekwa akoto doctor no ewo hodum behwe kama ode na buafo Kitima Herbal Center Kumasi ase idi omo sepase nkawie kwan no so woduma Kitima Herbal Center STI biano ewodin kwade afo wani kire Kitima Herbal Center Obanso no ebia na sabin producer ahimfi ho vaginal discharge ebia na chese wa tumu sesabi wase wono no eho eyo ya bibia eha wadwene bia urine yi bia no fako hodum obesho kama into me to me Africa team for ewa matrofo so number is 0246 914 717 0246 914 717. So lawyer Kwasiboche Jr. right here in the studio. Lawyer na o ka kokonsani bia na baby ana lawyer edu. Niema bia manfo e kana bonten. A cheso obo kire se edu nti Dr. Baumia de ai obo na ese se dabi otumi be president omo mfa do emba de okro de ba e na lawyer eyi ne ba ko a na wa kire bunti edo so na no okwa me ton ade kakra nti lawyer
ene de me ba ha se me be ye nioma mienu pe ye di kan konkonsa ne ntro ne koso me ba be yi a ye to so mienu dia Dr. Baumia ba obeye e na meka konkonsa number 5 so ho na ne
yeah
say Dr. Baumia kura ni krom fo anto aba ma
yeah
pa just what TV
oh yes
say Dr. Baumia kura ni krom fo no o wan to aba
ma
onya she na ye ne ba di krom fo no o mo san to aba ma ni bio MPP for anytime you be call election you be lose bia no you win 2 regions. You win Eastern region and Ashanti region. 1996 you call election you lose you win Eastern region and Ashanti region. 2008 you call you lose you win Eastern Ashanti. 2012 Eastern Ashanti. 2024 you call election you lose you win 3 regions. You win Eastern Ashanti and Northeast region. Dr. Baumia o infant free of Wale constituency. The Wale constituency a one infant region. I was the Northeast region. Ghana have a name na yet about the in 2024 medical see a vote no call for by 2.1 million. Constituency be a vote call for 275 constituencies. Your vote sort here. The only constituency I vote a course by 25% the Wale constituency. Anane ye candidate in a constituency. People you can
hope na votes no echo suru.
Hope the whole country. Honorable Dr. Brian Champion constituency. The vote, the constituency, the vote echo form. Abetifi constituency. Maybe echo oni. The constituency and price. Abetifi constituency. Vote in 2020 no. Echo form. People just what I say. Ebiem Honorable Japan crowd and constituency ni kwadi yelusu MP no. You lose seat no. You lose seat no. Into constituency bia no, your vote confirm the only constituency I appreciate your vote was the Wale constituency. I Dr. Mahmoud Baumia a Chrome. And so because the Chrome found to Abama now, where is the data? Where is the proof? And you know correct. Sa concern no we are no more saying the concerning trophy for to us say zongo for cry nya dey anto aba. Na zongo communities ya Ghana he ya zongo police station ba ko pe eni ewini ya eye futu zongo mi wa dipa no kasa asem na ne refi say abetifi zongo ye wini ye. In fact, the performance of MPP in the zongo communities in 2024 was far better than our performance in 2016 and 2020. In 2016 and 2020, the performance in the zongo communities was about 25%. In 2024, the performance in the zongo communities was about 45%. Increase here. It was because zongo polling stations, you lose zongo polling stations, yeah, without due respect, and you're not correct. It is untrue for anybody to say that. But you see, one of the reasons why the zongo vote as expected, and I make a with so. Once MPP about Abem in 2017, the idea by a near friend the Zongo Development Fund. I says he say the idea no nebe zongo sana. Specifically 2017 to 2020, yeah idea as a buying. Ya ma unique ko ho disbezis ka ko ho. Obekaya ya the doctors ko Cuba from the Zongo communities ko sua there because okaya chief imam ko president Akufo-Addo ko de ko to nanim say wo say sebe ye nuanom kramofo no say obi ka ba bi kura na omo processes omo ye no e different from senior other religion and other tribes and so ayi omo there because wo say omo kamo ye nuanom kramofo no obi free mo 3 days or 2 days I was see a copy nipa ne kra bre. But others no yetimi ye post mortem e bitimi she fridge mu kura 1 year 6 months near there it omo processes need different. So they pleaded with the president saying omo pese anko mo nkasa timinya Islamic pathologist omo so omo te processes na se from a religious perspective say be se kramoni bi to omo nkasa benya Islamic clinics near there mortuaries near there omo doctors so be hwe omo Inti abaye no so tena se hu say it's a very good idea. Inti no I was here training more doctors in that aspect. Inti Zongo Development Fund here by 2017 to 2020 year. But report now bidi kan bo boss wo chairman sa honorable chairman sa bo report mo kokore report ni nya report ni san say we abandoned the Zongo Development initiative after the 2020 elections. International ma ye Zongo for ni pina were not
that is a connection no any
they were dissatisfied because among for no money that to say nka omo betime nya adwetire kura kakra from the Zongo Development Fund ni amba ni akanfo so the bo omo baby say edidija na ne den nam animunane. All those things contributed to the reasons why not just the Zongo communities but across the country why many communities did not simply go out to vote for MPP candidate or to participate in the election. International throne so anya no kure say Zongo for MP ankoto aba we performed better in 2024 in the Zongo communities than 2016 and 2020 anya no kure na konkonsa na bibie mo wa na
5 no wedrusu
5 na medrusu
5 no wedrusu
the sit konkonsa so aye omutai ka ene de wen sit konkonsa na omutai ka ne say Dr. Baumia amanfo mo wone campaign ho ye nkrofo o madidi wa kufu ado abai mu amen no mo ba beto aso me bojo se mutibi
oh
and then campaign bi dem na mo
oh okay because am be cross o there be we no de ewa line we no wa nti omo edi a kire no de eba mu kra na say so that propaganda so I fly I agree with you yeah
yeah you see ene candidates ni are more former appointees ediomachi just what the Americans in this over case President Akufo-Addo appointees no me corrupt so what is a candidate because I say no more me corrupt no mo di Dr. Baumia chia candidate na di wachi ni ebi so former appointees of President Akufo-Addo administration. Me as a lawyer I disagree with anybody who would just say appointees of President Akufo-Addo no me corrupt so be a corrupt bring the evidence and take the person to court. It is very easy to sit here and say keke or you're corrupt. Now your man will want to me radio no we are my nisika. It is very easy to say that.
Evidence beyond
it is very easy to say that. It is a new man and so asema nya no because our candidate ni nia no. Ofa ke Japan the honorable candidate candidate Japan or deputy finance minister former Edinachi Steka any ampabe omunyo omudinachi common fund administrator Natoshi oh no kura MMDCs ne se ope nipa ba ko Akufo-Addo abema na ne trimu edempa yes ama me na nyame na make MMDCs ne
yes o ma betra
aya no mo kan aya na mete o mo so pe nipa ba ko ne trimu edempa me de minim se de trimu de na trimu de
o say omo na na yes it omo work
o say Natoshi no a common fund administrator it's not the MMDCs
omo ko ne office ne ayi
ju omo nim ne ye pa ne se bo mo titi free so se be ka tiro so den wa nya dai ye dinati sa pepe penti MMDC ne so pobi ana ni trimu edempa na yo no a ene enyo no ye eyi ke Japan right hand man like Japan nam south no nam north ne ade enti no ya obia it's a matter of choice e ye fia konwa na babeto obi support obia no nche se I was say ye calling names ne sa nyama no ye ka se we ye se ti eno nso no another propaganda and also ekoso etikeke propaganda ne de I hope say metima exhausting me say me jabi wo ma etie fa hwe betima text na ma respond to propaganda ni bi inti ne nsem ne de kan no moka but Dr. Baumia is clear in his mind dia oba obeba be ya magana fo open mampania keke wa bre Ghana fo ansa na Ghana fo ebeto aba ma obi no he say me go into the conversation why Baumia ope obi a Ghana fo beto abama na Ghana fo epese omuto abama obi a wabre enti na Ghana hakura na naturally obi be fo obi adwuma opese ohwe nipa a wabre ansa na wafa na adwuma enti na ebisa job experience because ansa na ye be fo obi adwuma no yetimi bisa o job experience e because of job experience 20 years omuso okay na wabre wo system ye be fa wa adwuma because ansa na Ghana ni bia beto abama obi a no be fo obi adwuma say onhwe na adwuma so man na onhwe o man so no they want to test your resilience, they want to test your formidability, they want to test how you manage suffering and pain. Then ope Ghana ha politician ba kwa wa brepa wa go through suffering me who nipa bi a wako through adversity and suffering Dr. Bawumia. I don't know, sir. He's the only politician in the last 3 years, every year we are call election. Politician be both MPP and DC.
Even in the last 3 years.
The last 3 months. That is the last 25 months. He's been running campaigns consistently in the last 25 months on Jenna Home because we are facing challenges. ABC that in the history of this country, 2023, November 4th, near to Prime Minister. Obontoa the whole Ghana called 276 constituencies say to Obama as MPP flag bearer in 2023. And on November 4th, MPP 4 echo to Obama as flag bearer. And you are 1 year time or started the national campaign in April 2024, saying to Obama as president, and also toward the whole country. And you share November 2023 and then December 2024. Already prime minister now 1 year time presidential elections and also call unim campaign or year call 276 constituency day and night not Dr. Bawumia campaign. We 2024 now 2025 or some election be as presidential candidate.
Oh, Dr. Abre.
Minia, this comes with financial problems. It comes with health problems. Yeah. You bush ebi mu kran ke bush afo be friend meeting say ki ade a wo ye nkwa wo hia yen.
But what can say not just November 2023 or Pro Safed or Pro constituencies in 2024 so was said Chigana in 2025 and also what Chigana
no politician and now facing that kind of suffering and adversity in the history of the New Patriotic Party. It's Dr. Bawumia Wabre and history na me di kan about political consistency na Ghana for omo probi a Wabre ansa no mato abama no. The dear President Mills winning the 2008 election, they say asumdwe hene na Wabre.
Yeah.
And I can tell you for a fact that one of the reasons why President Akufo-Addo winning the 2016 election because na Ghana for say Wabre. And as I can also tell you for a fact that the Ghana for to Obama John Mahama in 2024 they say na John Mahama no Wabre. 2028 NDC for the new candidate in Abeba. The Ghana for one of the reasons in John to Obama Dr. Bawumia and said Dr. Bawumia Wabre. That's the reality.
Wabre will deliver and Wabre.
That's and no cry there. Delivery there me ba ho.
Delivery no will deliver.
Delivery there me ba ho. But one say Keke. The reality is that a lot of Ghanaians do things based on emotions. Yeah? It will interest you to know say obi timika se bekoto aba mo bi if you say ne ho ye me fe.
In that rolling. Oh my padi we hear the baby call rolling.
So what I say obi timika say hey me the lawyer Kwesi Botwe 2024 ne meto aba ma John Mahama bi say John Mahama ne nante ye me fe. I know a lot of people, not one, not two, not three. I catch them say 2024 month to about my Dr. Bawumia because of NASA. It is the reality. Me nyo bia me yenya atwom.
Some of them grounds.
Keke one TB say amanfo ka say say na nyom kra Dr. Bawumia de sakura no mompe. Enti omo nkoto aba. Pacho one TB. Omo say they didn't even like the song. And that tells you say Ghanaians, you know,
any issues per se.
It's the same thing over here. Yeah, ambulance, helicopter crash. You see, say na Dr. Bawumia kochia John Mahama kochia families niya. So what is the Ghana for? Ghana for say esan say sadie no kwanti MPP for mo de Bawumia ba e beto aba ma Bawumia. Obi wo no mo no policy abeka no ono ntie yo obeso hwe nipa ni su. Me just what the American say. And when it comes to the competence about Dr. Bawumia, the track record that he has it. The only vice president with 33 policies. The only vice president with the ideas to create jobs. And then Ebinim say omo co-store any hotels in the end to abamo be president. The party hotels ni co-stores no omo wono. Eye dwuma omatia eye for omo ankasa omo benefit. At the end of the month, no go for year juma mo sika no wine ba ni bottom. Member Ghana bottom o. eba omo Nkansah omo bottom. And the people are more for the people are working for them and they are paying them and they're free. But I just want in America and say, and this time I want to me because we be want to me radio. Afa keke ni kwesi bo twa adwuma ntino. Ghana front to Obama and NPP front to Obama as president. You see the weakness in the argument. Ye probia the ideas are creating jobs am on minor. Okasa asem na be hu say no ye generational thinker. We a man of superior intelligence. Dr. Bawumia said an idea. It created 33,000 jobs with the Ghana Card initiatives. Say Ghana Card 276 constituencies near our reps were no more take fingerprint near the idea of come take you fingerprint. Ghana Card created 33,000 jobs. It was Dr. Bawumia's idea. President Akufo-Addo acknowledges say ambulance are in one constituency, one ambulance be an Dr. Bawumia idea to boost healthcare. Wouldn't just our ambulance in create close to about 2,700 jobs. Ambulance be here driver and spare driver. The ambulance no more 24 hours. And you know, I know kwanu here drivers 3 morning shift, afternoon shift, evening shift. And so the ambulance be no nurse 4 be miensa and then 9 and a year juma wo. And ambulance be nipa 5 and a year juma wo. So each ambulance created 5 jobs.